All right, I got 7 o'clock according to Verizon time. At this time, I would like to reconvene our night meeting.
Would you like for me to read the?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
On May 5th, 2020, the Middlesex Board of Supervisors ratified a declaration of emergency issued by the county's Director of Emergency Management and adopted an ordinance to ensure continuity of county government. A copy of this ordinance can be found on the county's website under Board of Supervisors Ordinances number 81. These procedures include the ability for the Board of Supervisors and other county public entities to conduct electronic meetings. Information on how to access these meetings by video and telephone will be posted on the county website. The provisions of the ordinance and electronic meetings is in effect for a period of 6 months unless amended, rescinded, or readopted by the Board of Supervisors. An audio recording is being made of the meeting, which will be linked from the county's website. Notice of the meetings along with access information has been posted on the county's website and at the front of the historic courthouse. An electronic meeting link was also sent to those persons that have asked to be part of the board's agenda list. As each person joins the meeting, the public audio will be muted to avoid background noise and the board and staff audio will be open. If a meeting calls for public comment, the chairman will announce that the meeting is open for comments and public lines will be unmuted. Those with an audio connection should use *9, which will notify the moderator that you wish to comment. To unmute your phone, you should use *6. Those with video capability are to use the raise hand feature to be recognized by the chair. Each person will be given 3 minutes to speak, and each speaker must identify themselves when speaking. All votes will be by roll call and recorded in the minutes. Board members who leave the meeting or arrive must verbally note their attendance. If all board members are not joined by video, a roll call will be made every 2 hours to confirm a quorum.
All right, board members, are there any questions about the process? If not, essential business of this board meeting is done. The purpose of this is our night public hearing. All right, at this time, we have roll call.
Yes. Mr. Coombs?
Here.
Mr. Mansfield?
Here.
Mr. Williams?
Reggie, gotta put your mic on, Reggie. Reggie,
He is reading.
he got it now.
Mr. Williams?
I'm not sure that he can hear us, but he's unmuted, but I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mr.
he's
Kimbrough?
unmuted.
Mr.
Now he's back
Kimbrough
on mute.
I'm here.
and Mr. Jesse?
Here. Okay, and Reggie is here. All right. Okay, well, at this time, we're gonna have our public hearing is reference to state law amendment to the state law incorporated ordinance. I guess I'm gonna turn this over to Helen.
Sure thing, Mr. Chairman.
All
So
right.
short and sweet, as you have in your board packet, here, and I'll share screen so we can pull that up.
Okay.
Oh, can someone Kevin, can you make so I can share screens, please? Or Betty?
I can.
Okay.
Go ahead, you got it.
Oh, thank you, sorry. Okay, give me 1 second, let me pull it up. All righty, so I have prepared an ordinance entitled References to State Law and Amendments to State Law Incorporated. As I discussed at the last board meeting, this is simply a housekeeping matter. The purpose of this ordinance is so that when there are references to state code in our county ordinances, it's automatically updated, whether it's when the code is recodified, it's been repealed and replaced. It just helps to clean up our ordinances and so that they reflect the current code section. They're still enforceable, but now it has the correct code the current code section it's referencing. So with that, it's a very, very short ordinance. And the meat of it is right there that says, whenever an ordinance of the county makes a reference to any provision of state law or to a section or a part of the state code, such reference shall be deemed to include all amendments and successor sections and parts of the state code so referenced, unless a contrary intent is clear. Whenever a state code section or part referenced in this code is amended or reenacted and such section or part is given a new number or name by the state, the reference in the code shall be deemed to be the new state number or name unless a contrary intent is clear. And that really gets at every time they recodify the code, which they've been doing a bit more frequently. They don't do it every year, but they change the number, and so then that changes everything. So it's just a housekeeping matter. And with that, I'll answer any questions the board might have.
Right. Well, thank you. I guess I can open up the public hearing on that first, and then it's up to the board if they can come back for questions. All right. Okay, I'm going to read the public comment on public hearing procedures of electronic meeting. The chairman will invite each an additional person other than board members and staff attending the meeting to make a comment. Those attending the meeting will have video capability and will use the hand raise feature to request to speak. Those with audio on capability will use the *9 feature on their phone, which will indicate the moderator that they wish to speak. Use *6 to unmute your phone. Each speaker will give his or her name and address for the record, and each speaker or individual will be given one opportunity to speak during the public comment period and on each public hearing item. All comments and remarks will be addressed to the Board of Supervisors and not to the audience. Speakers will be given 3 minutes to speak. At this time, I would like to open up the public hearing on this reference on state law amendment and state law incorporated ordinance. Kevin, do we have anybody that wishes to speak?
Mr. Chairman, we do. There's a gentleman named Michael Hammond who'd like to speak.
Now, and make sure, let Michael know that this is dealing with the state law amendment and of corporation ordinance change. Because we will have a public hearing, a public comment at the end. All right.
So just to clarify that, Mr. Chairman, this comment period is specifically for this ordinance that the board is adopting.
Right, just for this
comment
ordinance. We will have a public, public comment at the end of this, after this over.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Right name.
Michael.
All right, I'll wait till the end.
Right. It's supposed to be, yeah, after this. Okay.
Okay.
Do we have anyone?
Nope, that's it.
If not, I'd like to close the public hearing on this and turn it over to the board. Do we have any questions on this ordinance change? Well, housekeeping. If we don't, do we have a motion?
I move that we adopt the ordinance as written.
John made a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion by John, second by Love. Any more discussion? All in favor of that motion, roll call.
Mr. Koontz,
Aye.
Mr. Mansfield,
Aye.
Mr. Williams, who is
Reggie.
there but not responding,
Reggie.
Mr. Kimbrough,
Aye.
Mr. Jesse,
Aye. Motion so carried.
Mr. Williams, did you want to
Turn your mic on.
vote on that?
Turn your mic on. Can't hear you.
He is not hearing anything.
I don't know why he's not hearing. Reggie, turn your mic on.
I can.
He's not hearing us. Okay,
I can.
all right. Well, then,
Well, motion carries 4-0.
motion carried. Okay, all right. Next,
Thank
we're
you.
gonna have public comments. I'm gonna go over the public comment hearing procedure for electronic meeting. All right, the chairman will invite each additional person other than the board members and staff attending the meeting to make a comment. Those attending the meeting will have video capability, will use the raise hand feature to request to speak. Those with audio only capability will use the *9 feature on their phone, which will indicate to the moderator that you wish to speak. Use *6 to mute your phone. Each speaker will be given his or her name and address for the record. Each speaker or individual will be given the opportunity to speak during the public comment period and/or each public hearing item. All comments or remarks will be addressed to the Board of Supervisors and not to the audience. Speakers will be given a 3-minute to speak. At this time, I'd like to open the public comment. And Matt,
And-
I mean,
and I'm gonna-
Kevin,
I'm going to share my screen with the timer on it.
All right,
for the 3 minutes.
and I see
Go
we
ahead,
got,
Mr.
we had Michael Hammond wanted to speak.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
All right. How you guys doing this evening? I'm Michael
All right.
Hammond, Sr. from Jamaica District, 1281 Tidewater Trail, Jamaica, Virginia. I was basically calling in tonight, basically to speak on trying to get some recreational stuff for the kids within the county. Hopefully, the property where the old RCE was, trying to get you guys to kind of, to get the concrete slabs and whatnot revamped and place goals there. Would like to eventually put something there that could rival Brittingham and Midtown Recreational Center in Newport News. I don't know if any of y'all familiar with that, but that would be something that would be really nice for our community, that would be centrally located, that everybody can actually use and enjoy. Because like I said, when we're from Jamaica, and if I got to drive all the way down that other end of the county, that's a hassle hauling kids back and forth and them not having something to do. Like I said, that's real important. Hopefully you guys can find the budget to at least start by revamping the old RCE slab, and then from there build on that, and maybe put a park there, jungle gyms and whatnot for the kids, picnic tables, things of that nature, stuff for the community to have. And I give my time back to the chair, I guess. That's all I had.
all right, thank you. Okay, do we have anybody else that need to speak? Kevin, at this time?
Yes. It looks
Okay.
like we have one more,
All right,
or maybe two more. Sorry. Sonia Young. And you can *6 to unmute your phone connection if you're on the telephone.
I'm on Zoom.
Can you hear me?
yes, we hear you, Sonia.
Okay. My name is Sonia Young. I'm from the Jamaica District 1301 Tidewater Trail. I'm also calling in about to see if you all could also look into the ORCE building for the Upper County children, because they really don't have a sports complex to go in to play basketball outside. And it is a long drive to go down to the other end of the county for those kids that do live up here. They don't have anywhere really outside to play. If there is funding available, that would be great to do that. Not only just the basketball, but the jungle gym for the little kids, swings, just an outside picnic area, something nice for families to go to, not just the children, but families, period. It would be nice to keep the kids busy and out off of the streets and out of harm's way. That's all I have. I'd like to turn my time back over.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Chairman, we have one more, Shanae Hammond.
Okay,
Good evening, everyone in the board, Mr. Chairman. I am also calling in as a request. My address is 1281 Tidewater Trail, Jamaica. And of course, I'm from the Jamaica District. And I like the idea that the two speakers spoke before as far as the park. I also would like that, or a rec center where we actually can get a nice building where, we can have different sports and stuff set up. It might be some other areas where we may have some retired teachers that might want to do different after school programs, tutoring, just a nice rec center, just something for the children where they can also play outside. But if the weather is bad or if it's wintertime, that, they will at least have a building to go into. And it's not really geared to just one sport. I feel that we should, open it up to all sports. But I think it's time for Middlesex County to have a rec center and be county oriented. Something like the YMCA, but we want it for Middlesex County, funded by Middlesex County. And I'm turning my time back over to the chairman.
All right, thank you. All right, Kevin, we have anyone else to speak?
We did have someone just join, but I'll just say if you want to speak, you need to hit *9 on your telephone or hit the raise hand feature. I'll just give them a second in case they want to.
Okay.
Am I muted? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'll mute you, Shanae. Sorry.
Hear me?
Okay, I don't see any, Mr. Chairman.
All right. So at this time, I'd like to close the public comment session, and just like to say we would like to recess until September the 21st. Is it 5 p.m.?
Yes.
At 5 p.m. And then also our next meeting will be, after that will be October the 6th at our regular board meeting. At this time, do I have a motion to recess at this time?
So moved.
Mr. Chair, I'm just
Yes.
curious, you know Jamaica better than I do. Where is the old RCE building? What?
It's not,
Where
it's
is
not the building. Let me explain. It's
Please.
a cement slab that is near the dog park, that you have one goal there right now. And what's transpiring is that I've already talked, me and Reggie, well, we had talked to Nisi about that, which is Karen Reed. And she's looking into getting that for another place for citizens to play basketball right now. That is in the works right now. It's in the works right now with Parks and Recs. And there's just another basketball court, so people don't have to travel so far if they want some recreation for the upper end of the county, because we don't have anything up there, up at the end of our county. So, but that is really being worked on right now. The part where that it used to be an old court when I went to school, they put it that way. And the dog park is near. So that's where they're talking about.
And Mr. Chairman, if I could chime in, I talked to Karen Reed about it as well. And I've asked her to reach out to a couple contractors, get some prices on rehabbing that concrete pad. I also reminded Karen, and maybe want to remind the board, we have the workforce housing project going in across the road. And once sewer is deployed to Cook's Corner, a lot of that green space that's in front of where we park the school buses will not be needed any longer for drain fields. Wayne, this is something you and I talked about several years ago about maybe doing some kind of basketball court, volleyball court. There's something there right beside the gym, and I mentioned that to Karen as well. So I want to tell you, I think it's a great idea, and I think we probably need to do a little bit more park-wise for our families and our kids in the community. And I look forward to working with Karen any way I can to make and help expedite that. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I talked to Karen the other day, and she already have a contractor she's talking to get one over there by the dog park together. Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Wayne. I didn't know you were looking there in Cook's Corner. I assumed we were up on Tidewater Trail or something. I'm highly supportive and look forward to hearing from Karen and learning more about it.
Okay. Matt gonna go on Google Earth. That's it right there. Yeah, that's the court right there you're talking about. And then that's the other spot when everything get built in.
Show the court again, Matt.
Show the court, Matt, right there. See the court?
Yep.
See, that's gonna be rehab and make them a nice little court.
Yep.
Because like I said, I played on that back in the day in the elementary school. That was many days ago. I'll say many years ago. All right. So at this time, we have a motion to recess.
So moved.
Motion by John. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion by John, second by Lud. Roll call.
Mr. Coontz?
Aye.
Mr. Mansfield?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Reggie.
Mr. Kimbrough,
Aye.
Mr. Jesse.
Aye. All right. Everyone have a good evening and see you on the 21st.
Good night, everybody.